Hi, welcome back, Cosmic Insight Astrology. My name is Christina. If you have a Leo Sun, Leo Rising, or Leo Moon, this is your September 2022 astrology forecast. All right, Leos, let's see what's going to happen for you in September. So September 1st, we have Mars, the planet of courage, the planet of desire, is sextiling with Jupiter, the planet of blessing, the planet of growth and abundance. This is a really optimistic aspect in astrology, and it's not without any challenges, but it is giving you opportunity, and actually it is truly adventurous. It is going to take place at your 9th and 11th house. So it is 9th house and 11th house matters. You will experience growth and abundance and adventure. So 11th house is your social circle, 9th house is foreign travel. So it could be like, you know what, you're going with friends to travel abroad, or it could be 9th house. It could be like finishing a school and got awarded for something like that. And you're going to have a party celebrating yourself because you accomplished, you finished something. On September 2nd, and you know, the other thing it could be also like 9th house is immigration. So if you had any immigration issues, you know, like you wanted to get a passport in another country, this is the time when you can have it easily. So everything is flowing easily, or you know, even green card or citizenship. Just go ahead and do it. Also, it could be celebration of a second marriage, because 9th house is second marriage. So you might going to remarry and you're going to celebrate yourself and throw a party. On September 2nd, we do have Mercury and Jupiter opposition. Mercury going to be in Libra already and opposed to Jupiter over here. So this Mercury, it is an opposition. It's always a challenging aspect in astrology, and it could be something with Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet of decision, and you know, it is also communication device, selling as well, and children. And Jupiter, it could be a leap to conclusion or some kind of judgment issue, like your judgment is off, or you miscalculated something in your life. And it is 3rd house and 9th house matters. So older sibling and younger sibling, it could be an issue, a communication issue with your older siblings, or if you are the older one, with your younger siblings or with your neighbor. It could also have some kind of issue with your children and your children's schooling. So you might have to go to administration because there was something, for example, your child had some kind of misjudgment on something, and you need to go and adjust that with the administration. And then let's see the other aspect which we're going to have. September 5th, we're going to have Venus going to Virgo. Let's see, September 5th, we're going to animate the chart, and Venus is going to be in Virgo 0 degrees. All right, what's gonna happen over here with Venus? Venus is the planet of love. It's the planet of attraction. Venus is really beauty and possession and arts. So going to Virgo could be really dogmatic, but also Virgo is a mutable sign and an earth sign, and it is like really helpful as well. So Venus here could be something, and in your 2nd house, you are organizing your financial situation. For example, it could be great for bookkeeping these days, or you know, until Venus is in your 2nd house, or it could be something organizing your papers, anything in your office which is like helping with your business. So that is the time for that. And then on September 7th, we're going to have Sun and North Node and Sun and Uranus trine. So here it is Sun and North Node, Sun and Uranus going to trine Virgo and Taurus. So North Node has a Jupiterian flavor. It's really positive. It's where you are heading in life. That is your purpose. And Uranus is the chaos. Uranus is the unexpected. Uranus is everything what is about independence and rebellious. And actually, it's a great insight and cosmic insight. And also, it's giving you great ideas, unique ideas. And when Sun is trining over here, and the 10th house, Uranus and North Node for you, it could indicate something with your career. So you're going to actually download some kind of great idea how to make money, and that idea how to become as a purpose and career in your life. When you are not dependent on anyone, you are going to be a self-employed. You're going to be someone who is like creating some kind of invention, and it's going to actually give you financial independence. And then on September 10th, we're gonna go September 10th, and we're going to have a beautiful full moon in beautiful Pisces. Pisces is the most spiritual sign. And here is the new moon, and it's going to be actually 17 degrees and 41 minutes. So actually, I'm going to go back a few hours for you here, animated back. So reach the 17 degrees. Okay, here. Okay, so here is your full moon. The full moon is associated with completion and ending. And in the eighth house is inheritance, eighth house is taboos. It is like secret lovers, secret affairs. It is psychological issues. So, you know, you might have sought for some help from a psychologist, and finally you get healed and it's over, and you came to a completion. Or it could be something like, well, let's see. Eighth house, it's something with money, with bank issues, some issue, problem with banking. And it could come finally to a closure, to a completion. Or maybe you didn't get mortgage before, and right now, or you were in a process already for a long time for mortgage, and you know, finally you get that mortgage, or the insurance or inheritance. You were in a fight with siblings for inheritance and trust, and that's finally it's got sorted out. So that is the full moon for you here. And you know, eighth house is really deep. It is really psychological. It's researching. It's ruled by Scorpio, sex, taboos, and death, and all the matters. So it could come to a point when you're going to have a fear actually from death. And you know, usually full moon is always increasing fears, and because it's in Pisces, Pisces rules the bedroom, rules all dreams and or psyche. So it could be something with your lucid dreaming and fear of death as well, or connection with death. Somehow, maybe just the past don't come to visit you in your dream as well. Some grandparents or parents or whoever you had who passed away. So in this day, if you would like to do a full moon ceremony, you can, and use lapis lazuli and use amethyst, because that's rules Pisces. And also, if you would like to drink lotus tree or mugwort or colloidal gold, that's what I do to increase my intuition those days, and I can have a lot of lucid dreaming, and I can solve some issue, a psychological issue if I'm troubled with. So let's go and move forward, and let's go to September 16. September, no, actually I went to go back one day. And one day when I go back, I have to show you Mercury is going retrograde, actually stationary retrograde in your third house. When a planet is stationed retrograde, it's the closest to Earth. So it has a lot magnified energy on us. So Mercury is communication device. And actually it's your car also. So stationary retrograde in your third house could be some kind of issue with your car, so be careful. Or it could be like your phone is not working that day. So, or it could be you are teaching, because third house is teaching as well. Mercury is also could be like communication. You are on the stage, or you are doing some workshop. It could be through internet, it could be teaching. And you know, you are not really, the children are not listening, or your audience are not listening very well, or you are miscommunicating something and you have to correct and redirect or the conversation. So that could be an issue here, but definitely careful with car and communication device. You might have to buy a new phone, but because Mercury is in retrograde, I wouldn't really do it, because you might have to exchange it again because it's not working properly. So then we have the 10th, but also Pallas Athene went on the 6th to Cancer. So Pallas Athene is the asteroid of wisdom and went in Cancer for you to your 12th house. And it's representing some kind of psychological healing, because of you are getting wisdom through your intuition. So most likely you are getting like very intuitive in downloading information, and you're getting wiser and wiser day by day. It representing also you don't want to be surrounded by people. You want to have some kind of retreat for yourself and hide away from society with Pallas over here. Then we are going to the 16th, how I wanted to go before, but not by the hour, let's go by the days, right? So we go on the 16th, and 16th we're going to have Sun and Neptune opposition, and also we're going to have Venus trine North Node. So first of all, we're going to have Sun and Neptune opposition. Look, over here, that is a pink glasses, that is illusion, delusion, and addiction, and also forgiveness and unconditional love, Neptune, and it's in own sign, and opposing the Sun, which is or actually essential self or will, and or vitality, and or individual power. It could be something off with that, because of maybe my power is off because I got drunk, or my power is off because of I use some medicine and I feel not under control. So I lost my control, and it's really bothering me. And because I've been subscribed to a new whatever medicine, but psychology, it was this psychology, so it could be an SSRI, it could be some kind of depression medicine, but I don't feel good about that, and I feel very sleepy from it, and I just don't feel good about that. And it could be also some kind of issue with money, so finances, but because of you did have the full moon here previously, don't forget, in Pisces, so it is coming to a closure. So most likely you are getting a payout day close to this kind of opposition, but it's also like, all right, so yes, something came to completion by the full moon at the 11th, but I'm still stuck. I'm still not able to use my money. I'm still not able to use the mortgage or something like that happening, because it's an opposition. It also like illusion and delusion, so you don't see your finances or your finances trouble clearly. But because of Neptune is in retrograde right now, that is almost like it's lessen the illusion and delusion here. So finally you take off that kind of pink glasses, and finally you're realizing, and you're gonna live in reality. You're not going to use escapism anymore, okay? And then we're gonna go to Venus and North Node, the node of the moon. And the North Node is in Taurus, which is a very earthy fixed sign, and it's also ruled by Venus, so actually ruled by Venus, and it is trining right now, right? So what does it mean here? It means like and second house and 10th house matters again. So finally I found my purpose. Finally I know what do I want from life. I'm going to maybe start a new school, which is later on it's going to pay off for me, and I can create abundance for myself. Because don't forget, Venus is not only beauty but money as well, and it's in the money house. And because North Node, the purpose over here, is also in Taurus, which is rules the money house and ruled by Venus, it is, like giving an extra flavor to it and an extra power to it. So definitely everything around career and money and and reputation here. So you might going to take a job in the beauty, like you became an esthetician, or you know, selling creams, or creating, because Uranus is here as well. So it could be like you creating and inventing your own creams, and you're going to sell those. So it could be very positive. And then we're going to go actually to September 18th, when Mercury going to oppose to Jupiter. So September 18th, 2 days later, we have Mercury in 5 degrees opposed to Jupiter in 4 degrees, or, you know, actually, it's going to happen 4 degrees 45 minutes exactly. So what do we have over here? So Mercury is communication. It's the way you process information. And, you know, third house also like study. And Jupiter over here, it is also the way you are capable to understand knowledge. And ninth house is actually like higher education, and also religion and law. So it might be something with some kind of issue with a sibling and law. So you might have to pay for your sibling to get them out from a situation, like bail them out. Or it could be something like you know, like you don't agree with your sibling because there is an inheritance issue you find out, and they are not giving you the rightfully amount what rightfully is yours. So it could be a verbal conflict between you and your siblings, and it could be some kind of law with your neighbor. So maybe they put the fence 2 inches further in your yard, and then it's going to be a verbal conflict, simple as it is. And then we're going to have also Sun trine Pluto on this day. So Sun is in Virgo and Pluto is in Capricorn, and it's going to be a trine. Trine is the most beneficial aspect in astrology, and Pluto is power, especially in Capricorn. In Capricorn, it's representing, you know, Pluto is elimination, destruction, regeneration, renewal, and transformation, and rules all the taboos, sex, death, and all the taboos. And then let's see the sun or vitality. So actually it could give us our power back. So because Pluto, you have that in your sixth house, and sixth house is your head, sixth house is your daily routine, that is your work as well. So training with sun in the second house, it's representing the work what I'm doing could be a long term right now, what I created for myself, and it's going to support me on a long term. And actually I'm getting back my power. So I might have been felt like I'm not powerful at my work, but right now I feel like, yes, I can create money. Yes, I'm getting better financially. I'm getting better with investment, because Pluto also investment. And in second house sun, it's also something financial. So I'm getting better in stock market or some kind of investment, and I'm increasing my financial assets over here, like the second house representing that. Okay, let's see what else. September 20, we do have Venus and Uranus trine. So this Venus going to trine Uranus on the 20th. So, you know, Venus and Uranus is really exciting because of, it could be something with lucky in love, or, you know, can have some kind of financial windfall. And, you know, Venus is in your second house, so definitely it's financial windfall. And it could be some kind of promotion that is paying or paid out for you. Maybe you want to leave your job, but they owe you money, and they giving you, or they promised to you the promotion, but they didn't commit it to for a long time, but right now they're gonna pay it out. All right, let's go and move forward. So September 22nd, actually, we're going to have Sun is going into Libra. Okay, So Sun is going to Libra, and then Mercury backward already retrograde. So in 0 degree, they're going to meet conjunct. And we call this is a Kazimi. And we call this also as a, not only Kazimi, but Combust and Kazimi. So actually at one point, they're only going to have 17 minutes apart, and that's why it's gonna be a Kazimi. So Mercury, when it's conjunct and combust with the sun has a really big light, so Mercury is not seen. So communication could be an issue over here. So you might have gotten to a mediator for some kind of issue you had previously. And then the mediator don't see your side. So it could be something with children. So you might fight for your dog or for your children with a significant other, or you were in a divorcing process, and then, or with your neighbor, as I said, because of the fence or whatever it is, or with your sibling, but they don't see your side, they don't hear your voice. So it could represent that. So it could be actually really like it is a disposition over here. It is something what is not welcomed in this issue. And then we're going to have on September 24th, we're going to have Venus and Neptune opposition. And Venus is 23 degrees, Neptune is 23 degrees. Venus is love, Neptune is higher octave of love, second and eighth house. So it could indicate like my financial matter is getting better because of I had someone who passed away, and they are leaving me inheritance. And, you know, I feel the love, I feel the unconditional love and forgiveness because of it through some kind of inheritance. But it could also be some kind of spiritual matter as well, very deep spiritual matter. So it could represent like, all right, which one is more important? Venus in Virgo, which is very material, very grounded, very earthy, and that's my finances, that's my possession, or my spirituality, my which one should take over? So my values are changing, and my values is in conflict. Should I listen to my heart or my head? You know, like what is more important, money or love? And that is the values, because second house values as well. And then on the 25th, we're going to have a new moon. And the 25th, we are having the new moon actually in Libra and in 2 degrees in Libra. So let me go back actually by hours and animate the chart for you at 2 degrees Libra, the moon. Actually, I have to go forward, yeah. Okay, almost. Yes, 1, 2. Okay, here is your new moon in your third house. So it is a reinvent something in your third house. Third house rules communication, education, and you know, it is education from preschool till high school. It could be also like that kind of studies, like when you only want to get some kind of hands-on training, like esthetician or massage therapist or something like that. So you can actually start to study right now, what's later on going to help you with your finances. Or it could be simple as it is, like you're going to reinvent a relationship with your sibling and with your neighbor. So the conflict finally going to be solved, and at least and it doesn't mean you're going to make up with those people, but everything could be left behind and you could be finally move on. So that is a moving on situation with this new moon here. And the moon is going to happen in 2 degrees 49 minutes. So that is Libra Decan and Libra Dvat. So it is actually giving a lot of Venusian flavor. So it's filled with love finally and understanding. It could be also like you going to have a new lover and it's coming from your neighborhood, or it's coming through your brother or sister, because Venus ruled, and Venus is love, and third house is neighbors, siblings, or even children. So you're going to get introduced to a new lover through either neighbors, siblings, or even perhaps a child once you to start to date again. Okay, so let's move forward. On the 26th, we're going to have Sun and Jupiter opposition. Sun is in Libra, Jupiter is in Aries, and Jupiter is in retrograde, as we know for a long time already. And ninth house matters. So ninth house matter is traveling, and third house is also traveling, but the ninth house is international, the third house is domestic. So short and long distance, that's the between. So it is actually a debate between short or long distance traveling. So should I go to a foreign country because I've been invited, or should I just go with my friends or with my new lover here somewhere? And it could create a conflict because my family could get mad if you are not joining a foreign trip, or vice versa. But some kind of conflict with that. Also, ninth house is rules your hip, and Sun is your vitality, and it's in Libra, which is your balance. So it could be something with your hip. So you might going to have some issue with your hip or with your balance, simple as it is. Even a vertigo could come like that with Venus Jupiter opposition, because of this is imbalance over here, and you are not capable to walk, or losing your balance, and it could even represent a vertigo here. And on the 27th, we're going to have Mercury and Pluto trine. So one more day later, we have Pluto and Mercury. Mercury 5 degrees and Pluto 26, but actually they're going to trine at 26 degrees and 9 minutes. So that's the third decan here. But it's a trining aspect, and it's an earthy, so very grounded aspect. Mercury is communication and sales, and Pluto could be something with money, mortgage, investment, stock market. So it could be like you are selling your stock for a good amount of money, or it could be like you are, sixth house is your work. So maybe your work, wherever you're working at, they're going to offer you something like, listen, I'm going to buy you, you're gonna own 1% or 0.1% of the company. And you just have to sign the papers because Mercury is signing the papers. It could be simple as it is. But also, let's see, what else can it be? Pluto there, and Pluto and Mercury. Okay, so Pluto is power, it's transformation, and Mercury sales and cars. It could be like your work is buying you a car, a work car, or a communication device. So actually they're giving you a phone and a car to work for them with. So you don't have to use yours. So yeah, that's definitely very auspicious over here, even to invest in stock or sell your stocks for a really good price here. But definitely opportunity is coming back, because both of the planet is in retrograde. So that's a coming back opportunity. It was actually presented for you before, you just didn't take on to that, maybe out of fear. And on the 28th, we're going to have Mars and Saturn trine, and Saturn is limitation. And Saturn is restriction and caution also, discipline, endurance, fierce ambition, organization. And, look at that. And then we're going to have Mars here. So look at the trine here. Yes, 19 degrees. Mars is in Gemini. In Gemini, very restless. So it could be like, well, it's a trine. So it's auspicious, and it's usually without challenge, but I would still worry about my hand a little bit, arms, not to get burnt or not to break my hands. Even if you do so, the recovery going to be very fast, because this is a training energy. But on the other hand, seventh house is partnership. 11th house is friendship. It could be something like I meet someone through social media, because Gemini is social media, or as a tribe, through my tribe, and it's going to become a permanent person for me. But you know, this man could have, or woman could have come back to you because Saturn is in retrograde. So you might, and you know, it could be significantly older, but it doesn't need to mean that. It could also mean like it's gonna be a monogamous relationship and very passionate, because Mars is sex and passion. So it could be a really passionate relationship which going to be a monogamous and not cheating in the relationship, nice. And it could come back from my past, someone who I've known before. And it also could represent, sometimes the person could be older as well, but definitely long term. It's not delay in relationship in this case, it's long term in this case. All right, Leos. Also, what I wanted to mention, September 29, we have one more aspect when Venus is going to Libra. And then also September 29, Ceres is going to Virgo, and Ceres is the asteroid of agriculture, and also rules beers because of hope and poppy seeds, so also the opiates. And Ceres is going to be in your Virgo, so Virgo is here in your second house. So it could be like you might want to invest in something with beer or hops or poppy, some kind of pharmaceutical. But it could be also like a fear of losing money, like, oh my God, I just gave up my work and, you know, I started to study something new, which I know it's going to be great later on, but am I going to be capable to support myself during that time? Kind of fear, like, did I do the right decision? Okay, all right. So yes, that's what I wanted to say. And I'm not sure if I mentioned the full moon in Pisces going to sextile North Node and Uranus. And, you know, as it is a completion over here and in the 10th house, it could be like I get a mortgage or insurance money paid out or something like that, so my career can take off, because I had great ideas to start a new career and study something new. I just didn't have the money, the foundation. But right now with this completion, it is representing, it's going to help me to create that career. Okay, Leos, if you liked my podcast video, please subscribe to my channel and push the like button. And I wish you a beautiful September and a safe September. And I see you in October. Bye.